Hey, so I am doing a custom workout I built myself in Training Peaks. I resynced my Training Peaks and Zwift, so I'm able to work out with my Training Peaks workouts. And it's so far it's actually pretty cool. It's fun watching this do its thing. I'm doing my warm-up now, but look at this. Isn't this cool? It's raining in London. It's wow. I'm doing classique in the rain, and I've ridden in the rain in London, but I've never walked in the rain in London. And right now I'm walking, but this is going to be a primarily zone 1 based on the Stryd power zones, because it's kind of wonky getting a power workout into Zwift that's not a riding workout. I had to do it as a pace workout. So I'll show you the details later maybe, but in the meantime, I'm doing the warm-up, which is a 5 minutes of, or a half mile, I'm sorry, a half mile of working my way up to the mid 4 or 5 range. And I'm excited. It'll be fun to see how it plays out. It's been a couple weeks since the last time I put a video out here, and I'm sorry about that, but between work and I got a lot of stuff going on at home. I'll share more about that with you later, but I've actually done a couple of power-based workouts outside. Haven't figured out how to do those inside yet, outside of the Stryd app. So I might do an experiment with that. And it's tons of fun, and I'm really excited about everything, and I'd like to share some of that excitement with you. So hang loose, and I'll talk to you later. Okay, so I finished my Zwift workout from Training Peaks. Actually, the watts were a lot higher than I expected. I'll have to look into that. It'd be kind of sad to have to set some super low zones or something. Anyway, speaking of which, I am on the treadmill at 22% and a whopping 1 mile an hour there, which is awesome. Stryd actually has me moving just a touch faster than that. I'm not sure about that. Should say 60 and it says 44. Not a big deal. I'm set it to a 22% incline in Stryd and a 22% incline there, and I am averaging 133 watts-ish, 130-ish, which is about the middle of my zone 1, which I need to be doing more zone 1 here and there. And to be honest with you, this is really kind of cushy. Yeah. So in a minute, I'm going to see how fast I need to go to get it up to 150, which is bumping just into my zone 2, and I'm just curious. And that might be it for today, because I don't have a lot of time. I just wanted to spend about 10 minutes experimenting with this. So we'll see. So here I am working on my 22% incline training with Stryd and the treadmill here, and I've got it at 1.4 miles per hour, which is 42.51, 36.7 pace. Whatever. And I am 150s, upper 150s for the watts, which is into my zone 2. Now that's, I haven't looked into Stryd to see what my zones are listed at in Stryd, but I did the Matt Fitzgerald 80-20 training calculator to see what it says, because it's got a slightly different zone structure, and this is their zone 2. I am at 1.9, haven't quite started power hiking yet, just walking. You see I'm not pushing. And 1.9, 31, 35, 28.1. I'm at 198, 199-ish right there. My critical power, CP, functional threshold power, RF, TPW, all those good numbers in Stryd according to my 9 and 3 test, is 197. So this is supposed to be the best I can sustain for an hour. I would have to calculate to see what 28.6 the difference is for 31:35, but that's about an hour and a half VK, which is okay. That's what I've done before. It's not what I want to do this time, so I'm going to have to bring that up, because in theory you should not be able to hold your FTPW, your RFTPW critical power, for an hour and a half. You should only be able to hold it for an hour. So that gives me some clues as to where I am and where I need to be. For a little while now, my functional threshold power, critical power CP, and I just had a thought. It's just amazing to be able to think at this level, but why is the Stryd showing me faster than the treadmill? And that's like, boom, gravity. So I am being pulled downhill slightly faster than the motor thinks I'm moving at. That's the only plausible explanation I can think of. So, and it's well within 10%, which is what I get on the flats anyway for other measurements. Only it's the other direction without the effect of gravity. Whew. So I'm going to have to work out some intervals based on this this steep training. I wrapped it up like 13 and a half minutes, something like that. Yeah, 13 and a half minutes. And a couple thoughts. One is that it's 0.36 miles. This low miles isn't really going to affect my weekly anywhere except maybe Training Peaks, and so I'm going to possibly manually sync to Training Peaks, but I'm not going to worry about Strava. It's not a big deal. And of course the power center in Stryd, because that's where I can get some other numbers from it. And of course the little glitch here is that on Android, I don't know about anything else, but on Android apparently you really need the GPS turned on in order to do the BTLE 4.0 blah blah whatever. So Stryd actually records your location even with for an indoor, and of course nobody needs to come knocking on my door asking to see my treadmill. So I have to run it through fitfiletools.com and strip the GPS coordinates out of the fit file before I upload it to Training Peaks, and that's one of the reasons I don't have Stryd syncing automatically in the background to either Training Peaks or Strava. Yeah, this is kind of cool. I'll have to, like I said, come up with some kind of an interval program that I can use at this steep level, because that's, you know, that's right there where you're at for the VK, and I have some numbers now that I can crunch that, you know, based on my performance today after what appears to be almost an hour and 178 watts average. It appears to be that an hour and a half VK is where I'm at, which, like I said, it's underneath the cutoff, and that's acceptable, but it's not what I want. You know what I mean? All right, then. Let's see if I can get this up here shortly, and I'll talk to you later.